You don't find this book finds you. This is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book found me when I was 19 or 20 and I was, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. And long story short, I would not be here speaking with you if it were not for this book having found me. And in this book, there's a quote that everyone changes the course of history without even knowing it. And you get that kind of cosmic, deep feeling when you look at people that you've never met that changed the way things went and led to the way things were and the things that you were attracted to and led you down the paths, of course, you took. And I don't think I have to explain to anyone watching this video that I would not be here speaking with you and you would not be here listening to me had it not been for Andy Woods. So today we are doing Holy Roller for Thorin Oakenshield, Lamb 1225, and Eaton Archbold. All right, of course, there's precious little information about this song, and by information I mean videos of them playing it live. There's one video of Mother Love Bone in 1989 playing it live, but of course you can't hear very much in that video. And then there's the Temple of the Dog from just a couple of years ago. By that time, the song is probably a little more tame than it is on the record. So I'm going off the record as much as I can, and everything I'm going to tell you is going to be with a huge asterisk. That is, if anyone watching has an idea of something that I missed, please let us know in the comments for us to consider. But at the beginning, you do an epic slide down, and you go open 3, open on the E string. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to grab the A string 7th fret, and then we're going to go A7 to 5 to E7, 5, 3, 5, back to your open E. So we got 1, 2, 3. But now the second time it's going to start the same, but then we're going to play a little tiny bit of a C7 chord. It's going to be D2 and G3. I don't hear the C note in that tiny bit of a C7 chord, so I think that's it. But if you wanted to play 3, 2, 3, that'd be okay too. And then you go open 3, 5, 3 on the E string. So we need to talk about that little bit of a C7 chord, as I called it. You could think of it as those two notes, the major third and the dominant 7th from a C7 chord with no C in it. Or you could think of it as an E with a flat 5th. Look at this. If we get the D string 2nd fret and the G string 4th fret, that is an E. And a B, that's a power chord. That's an E power chord, a root and a 5th. And you know it's an E power chord because listen. Right notes, wrong spot. But if you take that 5th and lower it by 1, you've now flatted the 5th and you get the same exact answer. So is it called a C7 chord or is it called an E with a flat 5th? It makes absolutely no difference, but I thought that was interesting. Okay, some variations on the intro. This intro is supposed to be a big raucous party, right? So throw your own spice in there. But sometimes you get the, instead of thing, you get hammer on from 5 to 7 on the A string, then proceed as normal. Instead of open 3, 5, 3, you could do anything you want there to make raucous party noise. Open 3, that would work good too. But the very last time, it definitely goes, it just hangs on that G string before it goes into the verse. The G string, the G note on the E string, 3rd fret. The verse for guitar in your left ear guitar is a simplified intro, so you're going to have the A strings 5th and 7th frets again. Coming in with the actions. So that's mostly in your right ear guitar is employing the Jimi Hendrix chord. It's one of Stone's favorite chords, I think. A7, D6, G7, B8, and that is called E7 sharp 9. Bust that out at parties, but guitar in your right ear guitar is just kind of hanging on that chord. And joining in with that tiny bit of C7 action. But yeah, that's a tricky shape to get at first, but I think you'll find that your hand likes going into that shape, so that's an awesome chord. We've made it to the chorus, which is fairly straightforward. I believe there are 3 guitars, 2 rhythm guitars, and 1 lead. The lead guitar is just playing the B string 15th fret. So that's easy. The rhythm guitars, one is going to do the power chords, E on the A string 7th fret, to G on the E string 3rd fret, to A on the 5th fret, and then C, you can either do the E string 8th fret or the A string 3rd fret. I'm picking the A string 3rd fret, so first time, but the second time to G, and then straight to C. Third time's the same as the first time, and the fourth time is the same as the second time, but the other rhythm guitar, I believe, is playing a C7, thusly over the C power chord, so you got what we didn't do in the intro, I think, A3, D2, and G3. That's like, you know C7, that's just C7 with no B string at all, so that guitar is going to go... In the Temple of the Dog version from just a few years ago, you can see Stone very clearly staying here for the whole chorus and not moving at all. So I believe he's got the E octaves going while Mike has the chords moving underneath them, and that works because of the whole E minorness of this song. So A7 and G9. And that's it, but how cool would it have been if he kept this high E going but changed the bass note so that it matched the chords, conceptually anyways. So we've got A7 for the E note, A10 for the G note. You can either go up to A12, I find that difficult, so I'm actually going to do the more difficult looking thing for my hypothetical part here, and go to E5 while keeping pinky on G9. And then up to E8 for the C note. You get... I don't think for a second anyone did that, but that's a cool thing to do. And then we have our first solo. The solos in this song are going to be the E minor pentatonic scale. 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. And do your thing. Anything will work, and the rhythm guitar during that part is playing our E7 sharp 9, which now you know what that is. And then we have the chill bass breakdown after the second chorus, where the bass is doing basically a chill version of the intro, while the guitar hangs out in chill fashion on our E7 sharp 9 chord. And then we have the breakdown, which is going to be on the D string 7th, 8th, and 9th frets. That first note, the D string 7th fret, is an A, and the open A string, which of course is also an A note, is conveniently located right near where you're doing stuff with your right hand, so you can hit that first with the other A note to give it a little more beef. And that whole thing ends on a big low E minor or E power chord there. I just realized, does that remind anyone else of the even flow breakdown? I would bet my last dollar that Stone was behind that. You could make that octave chords if you wanted to beef that up a little bit, so you'd have E5 and D7, and of course just moving up 1 fret each time. If you want. Then we have the ultimate Whoa Baby breakdown before the last chorus section, and that's going to be, well, I think one guitar is just kind of chugging away on the open E string. Another guitar is going E, E, that's open E and A string 7th fret, followed by A, A, so E, 7, D9, and G, G, E3, and D5. But you can kind of do both. And it proceeds like that until it switches to E, E, G, G, A, A, G, G. You can just be chill with it, doesn't matter. last chorus. The whole last double chorus situation differs from the other chori, just in that I don't hear the C7 out of guitar, right ear guitar, and I do hear him doing the power chords like usual, but I think for G he goes up from 7-9 to 10-12, and then everything else as normal. And then there's that time it hangs on C extra long, and at the end it hangs on the C, then goes up to the D, it's your princess is in another castle, and up to the E. You can play any E there you want. You can play E7 sharp 9, that would sound cool. You can play E7 the way we're not playing C7 in the intro of this song, so just open 7, 6, 7. I like that, and then of course it makes a whole bunch of messy noise, and then it just chugs out on an E. Pick any E, pick low E, pick that E, which is cool because then you get to do that. Pick E7 sharp 9. I don't think that's what they did, but it's your version of Holy Roller, so you should do what you want to do. Thank you so much for being here for this one, guys, on this day in particular, which is, of course, the day it is, but I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, other than just to make a big deal out of Andy Wood and out of you for being here. So thank you, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.